couldn't avoid it. You know, pickup time is what the pickup time is, so can't change it or anything. So you know, and no choice, got to drive into the storm. We'll see. It's going to be pretty fast, so we'll see how long it stays heavy. Right now, the rain isn't so bad. I put the wipers down just a little bit. But I can hear the wind. You can probably hear the wind too. You can hear that wind starting to pick up a little bit. The nice thing about it is that it's 76 degrees outside right now. Woo! It's been a hell of a change of pace because we've been sitting at about 100, 105 a day in South Texas. So having at least one day like this, I mean, granted, it's never fun when it rains, but it's nice that it's a little bit cooler than usual. Been a while since I've done one of these in bad weather. The roads have been so clear this summer just because of the weather here in South Texas, but today's probably about the worst that it's been in a while. You always got to worry about little things like you know, splashback and stuff like that. And if someone, like in this case with this Pam guy, see where he's going, I'm gonna go ahead and flash him now. I want to let him get a little bit ahead of me. He may go over to the right, or he may just keep passing. He might pass that truck up that's ahead. You see the camera, y'all probably can't see it, but I can see it here. There's a truck. There's a little white truck ahead of me just a little bit. It's real easy for your eyes to play tricks on you as well. The thing about that truck that's ahead here a little bit, I don't think I'm going to catch up to him. I think he's going a little bit faster than me. But based on what I can see, it doesn't look like he has his brake lights on. Like he doesn't have like his lights on, or like, you know, whatever. So I can't see what he's doing. I can barely see him. I can see like the back part of him, but I can't see his lights. Visibility is always tough when you're out here like this, especially in these trucks. You know, you're dependent on as much as you can see. You're dependent on your wipers being clean and working, and you're depending on everybody else having their lights on and stuff where you can see there's a flashing light up there. So I can see a flashing light on the right lane, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the left. I say y'all probably can't even see that flashing light. I mean, I can barely see it, but I can see it. That's nice. That's what I'm saying. Those are the kind of things that you want to make sure on your truck, your vehicle, when you're in these conditions. Have those lights on, man. If you feel like visibility is not that great, turn your hazards on. No one's gonna harm you for that. It's better for someone to see something versus to come like kind of fast up behind you, and they see your lights at the last minute, and then you're done. You know, they roll up under you, or you roll behind them. The rain's pretty heavy, and it's that heavy, fast-paced rain that makes visibility kind of crappy out here. So it is what it is. See, this guy's wanting to go over to the left. Start slowing down now. See, whatever that vehicle is in front of him doesn't have any lights, so I can just see like a box, but I can't see any lights on that right lane. See? Oh, it looks like okay, he does. They're very faint. For one, the truck that he's towing, looks like he's towing a truck, and the light on the right doesn't even work good. It's a really dim light, so it doesn't even work very well. The truck light on the back has, you know, so really you can't see it until it comes up. I'd almost say turn those box truck lights on too. People can barely see you. It's not a good thing. He doesn't even have his headlights on. I mean, you can't see it, but I can see it right here in the rear view. He's got no headlights on, so he doesn't even have the truck lights on, the truck headlights on. I don't know how the hell he's seeing everything out here, but okay. But see, stuff like that is what I talk about, because you know, you can get a vehicle can get lost in the mist and everything in the air, and next thing you know, they're getting run off the road by a semi situations. It helps everybody on the road. It's not so bad yet, but it's supposed to get pretty bad here in a minute. Once I get pretty close to Laredo, I'm not sure what my visibility is going to look like. I mean, I've showed y'all before in different videos just what kind of situations you can get to in the rain. You can get to the point where sometimes you will not be able to see, 30 feet ahead of you, and you're literally just kind of, treading the water, and with your hazards on, just so that you can move a little bit, and you got to keep that. You got to keep up. You got to go super slow so that it makes it easy for you to brake if you need to. Right now it's not so bad, but it's starting to get kind of bad. It's also nice that it's this is right at noon, so at least with the sun there's still a little bit of light. So it's better than trying to do this in the dark when the sun's already down. Oh my God, pitch black and raining and light reflecting off the water. It's just, oh God. If y'all seen a couple of my videos from a while back, about a year or so ago, you can see some of those situations that I had where there's so much light reflecting off of the water that sometimes you just get blinded, and it's just so hard to see. So at least during the day it's not so bad. Days like today are the reasons why, although you should be doing a pre-trip every day anyways, like most definitely these are the days to do it. Check your wipers, make sure they work, make sure they're not broken. Like make sure they actually work, make sure they actually wipe water off the windshield, because sometimes you may not clean them every day and they just build up that dirt and that grime, especially if you haven't used them in a while. And then when you try to start using them, it just smears the water more than it does actually like wipe it off of the surface so that you can see. Sometimes it'll make the situation worse if they're not clean. Yeah, clean your wiper blades at least once every other day, maybe twice, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. Just take a little disinfectant wipe or something, and or whatever, spray some Windex on them, and then wipe it with the paper towel, and just kind of make it good, clean and dry again. Get all the grime and the crap off. Usually what I do. And what ends up happening is that your windshield wipers work versus smearing. And Martin. Say, like I said, it's nice that I'm not like getting burned by the sun for a change. It feels good. It's like, but it just kind of sucks sometimes where you trade off one major kind of weather for another. You don't ever get the best of both worlds kind of thing over here. If you don't want it to rain, if you don't like the rain, well, it's gonna be 110 degrees then. If you don't like 110 degrees because it's too damn hot, well, then you're gonna get a storm, and you're gonna, where it's gonna make it hard to drive or hard to do anything, or you're gonna have to worry about a flood risk. You can never have anything nice. Ooh, see what I mean about visibility? I'm just now, you probably can't even see it in the camera, I'm just now seeing the truck ahead of me, and they have all their lights on. And I mean, God, sometimes you just, so yeah, like I can see his lights now. You might be able to see them now in the camera, you might not. I got a truck coming over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this way down, and I'm gonna be able to pass them up. This is where things get interesting. practice safe driving where you can. And if you prefer driving, slower in the rain, no one's gonna fault you for that. If you're just one of those kinds of people that just you prefer the safety of driving. I'm not going fast enough, so I gotta stay behind a little bit. See what I mean? Like there's probably people right now that aren't really. We got hazard lights on, so if someone sees something up front, I'm gonna go ahead and turn ours on too, so people behind me can see. But as we got hazard, we either have road work or we have our first accident of the storm, which is quite possible. Or there's road work. We're gonna find out here in a minute. Let's see. Go ahead and turn this on. We're moving again. It could have just been a slowdown. Like I said, people just jump if you want. I don't care. Those kinds of things happen. So I don't blame. I honestly don't blame people. That's what they want to do. For me though, if I feel like I can see and I got good traction and and whatnot, I'll just keep going. I'll just keep driving like I normally would until I see a reason to not do that. Which visibility is a big one. If I feel like I can no longer see, a good amount of distance ahead of me to be comfortable going, normal speed, then I'll go ahead and slow it down. Because I don't want to get into a situation where because of my visibility I'm gonna have to make a really, really dangerous decision, turn or a jerk of the wheel or something or a hard brake in a situation where the truck and the trailer are going to slide. See, right now, one of my biggest issues right now is that because of the way this rain's dropping, it's my mirrors are getting drenched right now. It's making it hard. I wonder if I turn on I'm gonna try to turn on the little froster thing, but I'm afraid it's going to turn those raindrops into dirt drop, which I think is counterintuitive. Luckily I have my squeegee here with me, so if I'm able to get clear, then I will, when I come to a stop, I'll get the squeegee and just squeegee the water out of the way. We got people coming on the highway. Gotta be careful with those people. And it's like they say many times, the way that I learned at a lot of these companies, is that if you get into a situation that you just feel extremely uncomfortable due to weather, the best thing to do is just to get off the road as soon as you can, wait it out, and then roll. If you're on a time, if it's gonna cause you to be late, I mean, I've always heard, and it's what most companies say. Some people might just be this and not say, but most companies that I work for, I've always say the freight, the truck, the trailer, all of that stuff is replaceable, but you are not. And I second that. I champion that. Really, I mean, seriously, the job, the truck, the trailer, the freight that's in it, all of it is replaceable. It'll be replaced. It can be replaced tomorrow. But you, the human driving the truck, you can't. Once something happens to you, you're gone. Once you're gone, you're gone. You ain't coming back. So it's always good to keep in mind in heavy weather situations, whether it's rain, snow, whatever. Just because you're gonna be late, hey, take your licks. If they get mad at you because you said, boss, I can't see like 10 feet ahead of me. What do you want me to do? You want me to keep driving so I can get into an accident? I'm not gonna do that. And if your boss gets mad at you because of that, then I'd say take your licks, because we're all living to see tomorrow. Trying, right? God willing. Sometimes some of us do, some of us don't. But if we can help it to see tomorrow, I think you should always make the right choice that feels comfortable to you. And no one should get mad at you for that. And if they do, that's something to think about. Like Damn, you'd rather this freight be on time than me be safe, than me get into an accident. Yeah. And I might die. You might have to be the one to call my family and tell them that I died on the job because you wanted me to get my freight there on time, because you wouldn't give me an hour or 2 hours to wait out, a huge storm or a huge ice storm or a hurricane or whatever the situation may be, right? That's what I'm saying. But most of the companies that I work for, if not all of them here, have always said, hey, the freight can be, can be delivered at another time. The truck can be replaced. The trailer can be replaced. All that other stuff, you can't though. We can't replace. We can't give your family another. We can't give your family another you if something happens to you out there. So, yeah, from what I've always been told, it's always about communication. And it always has been. Anytime I've had a weather kind of situation where I'm like, I don't feel comfortable, I've always called my bosses and always told them, and they've always been very, like accommodating on that. They've always said, okay, just let me know when you get back on the road, or let me know how, when you're gonna get back on the road, kind of thing. Say, but yeah, get to a safe place, shut it down, and we'll just, we'll work from there. We'll contact the receiver or the shipper and let them know, you're gonna get there at a certain time because of weather delay. And I'm like, wow, that's nice, that's great. But yeah, when it comes to rain, at least the way that I see it, for me, this is just me, right? Not for everybody to think about. It's just me. I thought about rain in this sense when it comes to whether or not you should stop. For me, like I said, if I can see pretty good and I don't feel myself hydroplaning because it's not flooding, then I'll just keep going. Because eventually I'm going to get past it, right? Eventually I'm going to get past the worst. Now, if I feel like the rain is just so bad to the point where I can't see ahead, I can only see maybe 20 or 30 feet ahead of me, I might consider getting off the road. And then of course, if there's flooding situations where I'm starting to kind of feel the truck hydroplane because the water is getting too high, then I will go ahead and think about getting off the road. But a lot of the time, especially when you're out, on the major highways, you're gonna roll past it at some point. It might take you 30 minutes, but you'll roll past it and then you're done. Versus having to get off, find a place to stop, and then wait for an hour for the storm to just slowly move past you. Like, you can move faster than it, but it's understandable. Like I said, certain situations, you're just like, this is not, I can't do this. I'm not comfortable. Stop, you call your dispatcher, let them know. I'm gonna stop for a little bit because I'm not comfortable driving in these conditions right now. I hope you understand. Most companies do though. And this is what I talk about when it comes to the black splash. See that this truck is all his backsplash is coming. It's coming over here on the tire splash. you have to make